right, so I'm seeing a trend more often in lawn care videos. I've been trying to dip my toes back into the YouTube lawn care waters, and it's so weird. Like, there's I watched for the longest time before I started my business, and then after a while it got kind of old because it stopped being really about lawn care and more about like people. These guys started making advice that like turns people's businesses into the corporate lifestyle that they all started their business to escape. It's a little wordy, but hopefully that makes sense. So you leave this corporate job because of all the stupid systems and structures and weird nitpicky stuff, because you realize that a lot of it is just kind of red tape and annoying and frustration and roadblock after roadblock, and I got to get approval, I got to get, like, there are times when that stuff works, but you left your corporate America business or your whatever job to start your own company to get away from that stuff, and then 90% of the advice out there is essentially gearing your business toward being just a carbon copy of all of that. But beyond that, a lot of it's just advice that is just not new, and it's not special, and it's not anything other than just the same old advice. Okay, on the rare occasion that they actually give you advice, it's going to be the same old advice rehashed, maybe with some graphics or some cool whatever, or maybe, oh yeah, we've got a contract to sell you, and there's so many guys doing this, and there's this new rehashing of the old freaking Tai Lopez whiteboard crap. I want to tell you right now, if you see someone standing by a whiteboard, I've seen like 3 or 4 different lawn guys trying to get up with a whiteboard and give either non-advice or rehashed not new advice, and it leads to a course. It leads to a course, and of course, in the whiteboard video, there's really no information. Like some of the smaller guys, I think, they do the whiteboard thing, and it will have some kind of actionable advice, because I don't think they understand the pipeline. They don't understand the grift. But let me just let's go back in history and think about internet stuff, I guess, internet lore, right? A long time ago, there was a young man. His name was Tai Lopez, okay? And he had this video where he goes, hey, I'm standing here in my garage. It's my Lamborghini, but you know what I like more than Lamborghini? Knowledge. Okay, so that is the fella who, by the way, everyone is pretty well aware he's full of crap and really not doing much for you, the consumer. Okay, so this is the guy that sort of not originated, but he really mastered and got everyone keen to the whole whiteboard lesson video style format. And the format, of course, is to stand in front of the whiteboard and kind of ramble. There's really never advice in the videos, nothing actionable or new. It's all anecdote and what ifs and what have you. And always in those videos, it leads to a course, some sort of course, and it leads to a really cool, fancy website, really well done, really professional. It's got a lot of promises and disclaimers, and it may not work for everyone, because it's not going to work for anyone. But it always leads to this whiteboard video always leads to a course. There's going to be it was $699, but you can have it for only $89. But don't miss the deadline. Don't miss the deadline. You're only going to get so and so. And we have tickets to this event too, by the way. Don't miss the deadline. You know. So that's the first part, right? And then you get into the course. Okay. And I want someone who's joined these lawn care courses and be on it. Be real. I want someone to get on here and tell me that they didn't get into that course and at least every other video, or at least by the end of the course, you've seen, oh, here's our sponsors. So Echo. Oh, here's our Super Duper Boy group that you can get into, the boys club. Come on. Oh, I can be one of the boys? Oh no. I'm so happy I paid $400 to be one of the boys. You know, stop paying for nonsense. You know, when you pay for these guys just because they have the visuals and the editing and the websites and stuff, you're no better than the customer that says, well, this other company has a box truck, so I'm going to go with them. And then your lawn gets hacked up, or your hedges get hacked up. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You get into the group, and at least by the end of it, you're going to hear from sponsors here, sponsors there. Oh, here's Jobber, or you're going to have paid, you know, $400 or $500 for the group, or for the course, and then there's going to be like and here's our super duper secret CRM that we've been working on. You know, and for only $89 or for only $120 a month. Now I know that's steep, but hear me out. You want to be the best of the best. You want to be great. You want to change your life. You want to take over the industry in your area. Trust me, you're going to want to use this. Okay. And I'm sure some of you bought that program. Whatever maybe it's not a CRM, maybe it's a training, or I don't know. I don't know what the program would actually be. I've not seen these. I'm just making assumptions. Maybe you can all correct me. Maybe there are no extra buy-ons or buy-ins once you get into the group. But I'm assuming there is. And as soon as you buy those extra add-ons, whether it's a PDF contract or a CRM or whatever, I'm sure there's almost something else in that you just bought to lead you to another purchase, to maybe like a ticket or like another you know, you can unlock this super duper extra duper feature for only $15 extra, right? I'm sure if you dig deep enough and you really pay attention to what you're looking at, I'm sure that's the path that stuff would lead you down. And there's a name for this. And this has existed, again, since before the Ty Lopez thing, but the Ty Lopez style video of the course with the whiteboard, of the whiteboard leading to the course, you know. Anyway, the concept is known as a marketing funnel. And this is the funny thing, is these guys will always tell you about the marketing funnel. And they just send you straight down the line. And every single time, there's a big old group of young, impressionable dudes who just fall for this stuff, you know? I'm thankful that I was pretty darn broke when I was that young and impressionable, you know, because I never got into that. But you see guys who do reviews of these courses, and it's always the same crap. It's like you pay to get into the course, and then you gotta, you know, pay to get either a program or papers or templates or whatever it is. You got to pay for something else. And then once you get into that thing that you just paid for extra, there's another little like, oh, hey, want a little more? It's called a funnel. And you guys go straight down the drain. I don't know. All right, rambling rant over. Tell me, am I totally off base? Am I totally wrong? I don't know. Tell me.